From My News 26 and the Rambler Sports Network, it's high school basketball. Coming to you today from the Wheelhouse in Boyne City High. This 26 Sports and RSN basketball presentation is brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. Your local electric cooperative is looking out for you.
Good evening and welcome to the Rambler Sports Network. We are live in the Wheelhouse here in Boyne City for a Lake Michigan Conference matchup, a big matchup here tonight, basically to decide the runner-up in the conference, Elk Rapids versus Boyne City. I'm Andy Bryant alongside Aaron Fritchie, and we have a good one here tonight. We thought this would be a lot bigger a few games ago, but we lost to Traverse City, St. Francis, and now this is basically just to play for second place.
Well, we lost to a good St. Francis team. And yeah, we were hoping this was going to be a very big game. But considering what happened the last time these two teams played, it still is a big game. Boyne was down by 16 or 18, came back and took the lead with 30 seconds left, and ended up giving that one back to the Elks.
Yeah, that was a crushing mentality loss for the kids. I mean, they thought they had that game wrapped up, made a few mental mistakes down the stretch and lost the game. So now they feel like they should have won that game. So here we are for the revenge game, I guess you could put it. But they feel like they can easily beat this team. Not easily, but they felt like they've beaten this team before. And they can do it here on their home court. Well, let's look at, again, we want to thank our sponsors before we get too far into this. My News 26, again, this game will be broadcast on My News 26 out of Cadillac, all the way from Cadillac to the bridge. It's great. And we'd like to thank our presenting sponsors, Great Lakes Energy and Wolverine Power, for making that possible for our broadcast to be on that station. I think it's a great thing for the kids in the program to be on a TV station. It's awesome. But now that we got some of our sponsors out of the way, we'll hear more about our game sponsors here shortly. But let's take a look at what we need to do for Boyne City to win. I'd like to look at Bryant's keys to the game tonight. Again, this is a huge game for bragging rights in second place in the Lake Michigan Conference. Again, we had our last week game against Traverse City St. Francis, and that game didn't come out the way we wanted, but that was a solid team. Traverse City St. Francis is a solid team, and I think they're gonna go pretty far in the postseason. But let's take a look at the Bryant's keys to the game here tonight. We have got to have the bench and our underclassmen keep stepping up for the Ramblers. I mean, they have to keep contributing. We can't just rely on one or two players. Again, we have to handle our revenge. I mean, they know this game is huge revenge for us, and we have to get after it and make sure that they are playing smart and not just playing completely going crazy for that revenge. Okay? And then do what the coaches say. I mean, this is what everybody always knows. If you do what the coach says, things are going to go well. But they've played very, very hard and scouted, and they know these things. And if they do what the coaches are going to tell them, they'll be all right. I mean, there was a lot of dribble drive for Elk Rapids, and they have to make sure they know how to stop that and listen to the coaches' adjustments. And then again, down the stretch, which is what lost the game for them last time in Elk Rapids, they have to be smart and have a good basketball IQ and not make mistakes that could cost them the game. All that seems pretty simple, and they'll win the game, right?
I got 15 seconds here just to talk about Elk Rapids pressure. You know, for them, everything comes back to their pressure, their offense, their defense. They'll run full court, sort of a matchup diamond, and pressure the snot out of you.
Yeah, they got to be able to handle that pressure, and that's good. Elk Rapids really is in your face. So, again, this one I can't say it enough, this was slated as a tough couple of weeks here for the Boyne City Ramblers. I mean, going from Traverse City St. Francis, and then the next week here with Elk Rapids, and then tomorrow they're coming right back and playing Petoskey. So back-to-back tough games here for the Ramblers, which, you know, in the big picture might be okay, get them ready for the districts. But, man, it's tough to have these two games back-to-back. But we'll see how they fare in the first one here tonight. Here's our national anthem. And a good look at all the players tonight. It's always great to get a good look at the players that are going to be clashing here tonight. Love that during the national anthem. Well, while they're doing their starting lineups, we'll get to those here in a second. I'd like to send a little shout out to our top girl pole vaulter here at Boyne City, Anna Harmeling, who's also in the production truck right now, taking care of business. Actually, I'm sorry, she's not in the production truck. She was for the girls' game. She's now on Hero Cam. So I'd like to send a shout out to her because she didn't place, but she tied the school record for pole vault this weekend at the indoor state track meet. There she is. Look at that, doing the Hero Cam, but did a great job this weekend and tied the school record at 11 feet. 11 feet was the pole vault record for girls. Katie Martin set it way back in 2003, and Anna Harmeling, only a junior, has tied that record already, and the outdoor track season hasn't even started, and she's only a junior, so that record is going to be way up there. So if you guys see her, I'm sure a lot of you saw it, the Twitter feed, and saw her jump down there at Aquinas College. Give her a little pat on the back. She's doing a great job, and she does a great job here on RSN as well. Well, Fritz, what do we got here for starting lineups? I took up too much of your time there. Sorry. Bragging about our pole vaulters.
Elk Rapids starters tonight will be number 2, Jack Hawkins, number 22, Grayson Krakow, number 3, John Boyles, number 24, Devin Sempert, and number 33, Victor Nordgren. For the Ramblers, we have number 2, Kane McPherson, number 3, Mason Gardner, number 4, Ethan Hewitt cracking the starting lineup, number 21, Eric Carson, and number 35, the big dog, Jacob Ager.
And Jacob Ager has to have a big game here tonight. He's got to contribute. Had a rough game against East Jordan over there. Great kid. What a great kid. A surprise talent here for the Ramblers this year. But with that talent and that surprise comes expectations now. And if he doesn't have a good game, we can feel it. And he was very forthright with his play against East Jordan. He wants to do a better job against Elk Rapids here. Elk Rapids comes up with the tip. Sempert gets it to Boyles. They're going to take their time here. This Krakow.
And Boyne's come out in a zone. It looks like some version of a 2-3 here.
Krakow misses the first shot, and Ethan Hewitt comes up with it. He's going to start the offense here for the Ramblers. And Coach Redmond had talked about running a little bit of zone there. Oh, man, and Kane McPherson gets it stripped.
Ooh, that was an interesting.
Sempert, and they called a foul. I don't know.
Well, the referee that called it was looking at the backs of those of number 24, so.
Yeah, looked from our end.
It looked like a clean strip. Good defensive play, yeah.
Good cut by Carson. Great pass by Kane McPherson, and Boyne City gets on the board first, 2-0.
If we'll get another look at this zone here, it's a 2-3, but they're really moving. Hewitt's covering the point to the wing. They're pushing Carson back down.
Sempert off the mark. Carson gets the rebound out to Hewitt. Fast pace here early for the Ramblers.
Well, what Hewitt's going to give you is solid minutes, great defense. He's not a scoring threat for the most part unless it's in the open court, but he'll make good decisions.
Mason Gardner a little off balance on that shot. Finally, Elk Rapids hits. Krakow hits a long 3.
Well, as a Rambler, it makes me a little nervous to see that post player up at the top for Elk Rapids turn and find open players that quickly. I mean,
yeah,
they really can distribute the ball from that spot on the floor.
Kane McPherson draws the contact on his drive, and he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Foul is going to be on Nordgren. That's his first. Kane misses the first.
Well, he's shooting with his left hand. No wonder.
I feel like I'm looking in a mirror here. This is weird. Everything's backwards. makes the second, ties it up 3-3. You look at Elk Rapids, I mean, all these guys are very similar size, similar build, and they just all move the ball very well. Kane with the steal on that one. He's going to push up to Carson. Carson looks at a three. Oh, good idea by Kane, and Ager was just going the wrong way.
Well, same thing that happened down here. Both teams left a player open, way wide open on the baseline. Boyne was able to recover and defend the earlier one and threw that one away on the other end.
Reese Kellogg checks in for Elk Rapids. Some more size for the Elks. And Krakow knocks down another three.
That's a great play, a screen against the zone. I don't know if we can see a replay of that later on, but Elk Rapids, as Kane McPherson misses the running left-hander on the break.
It's almost a mirror image of the last play he just had, but they didn't call a foul there. You got to keep your eye on Krakow. Ager tracks that loose ball down, and here comes Mason Gardner. Good cut by Carson. Gardner pops out, takes it all the way in. Again, got to make sure he's balanced on his shots.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Redmond before the game, and he was talking about trying to get Mason Gardner going aggressively to the hole, and I think Mason's got that on his mind. That wasn't probably the way he wanted to shoot that, though.
There it is again. They're going to call a double dribble on that. He's just not in control. Right idea, just wrong method right now.
We got Trevor King and Dylan Williams in the game. Quick sub.
Got to get the bench to contribute again. One of the keys to winning here is keeping everybody fresh if they're going to keep this tough defense up here. There's Semper.
A lot of movement on this zone for the Ramblers.
Man, Krakow. Release the Krakow, man. He's got 3 threes. There's Carson. We need Carson to warm up with his shooting. He's been a little cold as of late.
We know that Elk Rapids has very good guard play.
Carson with the steal. Gets it to Kane. There it is. There's a good look for Carson. And there, he's got it. Needed that one. 6-9. Oh, man. Reese Kellogg just wasn't looking. He was ahead of all the Ramblers, but wasn't looking for that long pass.
Some more subs here on both sides. Max Avandra for Mason Gardner.
Justin Raymond checking in for the Elks. Jack Hawkins back in. Oh, man. Real intense action here.
There's a lot of quickness on the floor both ways. Some decent size. And it's been relatively physical so far.
Yeah, I agree. I'm impressed right now with how fast everybody's moving. Max Vondra very comfortable out there beyond the three-point line. Kane, nice take.
Well, that's absolutely Kane's strength. When he gets shoulder to shoulder with somebody, he's gone. And there was no help there that time for Elk Rapids, which there has been so far in the game. And you can see Boyne's gone back to their man defense after those 3 3-pointers to open the game for Elk Rapids.
Carlos Ming.
And at this point, you give up that shot over the wide open 3.
Now watch this press. Coach Redmond was talking about this before the game with us and how they run that kind of diamond press, but then they'll run and jump you as well. They'll try to do it right away. They'll try to do it right around half court as well. Well, while we have a timeout, let's talk about our sponsors a little bit right now.
Well, our first quarter sponsor, as always this year, is the Baker College Early College Program, and what they offer is an associate's degree that you can earn as a high school student. You stay 1 year additional, but you leave with a 2-year degree, and it doesn't cost you anything. The state pays for a lot of that. And,
free.
So yeah, it's really, I know we have a number of students here at the high school right now that are doing that and have enjoyed it.
Yeah, as well as providing a great thing for our kids. They're also providing sponsorship and allowing us to make these broadcasts possible, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, I should say that you could contact, obviously, your local high school counselor or Baker College directly to learn more about that program as well.
Well, back to live action, and there is Mason Gardner with a soft dunk.
Yeah, he didn't want to hurt the rim there, did he? That was a great play. Obviously, Coach Redmond drew that one up coming out of the timeout. That was a timeout he didn't expect. Carson called that when he got trapped at the half court there, and Coach Redmond turns it into a dunk.
Let's take a look at that dunk. If we can,
I think Mason had a flashback of last week when somebody slid underneath him on a play like this, but that may have been just Mason Gardner finding that opening there. I thought there was a screen out there, but it looked like he just slid into that opening and threw it down gently.
The gentle throw down. There's Justin Raymond. Thought he was going to take that one. Carlos Ming, nice spin out of that. Goes up against Gardner. Finds a way to get around it. Man.
Well, he went around the double team, and then he fended off Mason Gardner with his right hand and laid it in with his left.
Yeah, you see that armbar come out there and took off the wingspan of Gardner. Turnover by Boyne. Puts it back to Elk Rapids. 13-10. Elk Rapids with the 3-point lead. A little smaller lineup out there right now as far as physicality.
Yeah, that's a similar offensive feel to the St. Francis Gladiators that we saw in here a week or so ago, where they do a lot of dribble drive. They spread out the defense, and they dribble drive. They get in there, they get to the rim, they drive and kick. So far, Boyne's handled it pretty well, other than those 3 open threes.
Mass substitutions again for Elk Rapids.
Well, and we'll see a lot of that from Boyne as well. Boyne is going to play Petoskey here tomorrow night, a doubleheader, 2 in a row after the weather out on Friday. So Coach Redmond's trying to keep guys fresh, I'm sure.
Dylan Shulock takes it in and gets it blocked. There's Carson going to launch for 3. That one's off the mark. Shulock trying to get it. Reese Kellogg comes down with it for Elk Rapids, and they're going to push up to Carlos Ming. There's Sempert. You got to watch him. Logan Thompson.
There's that screen again. Elk Rapids screening the wing open.
And Carlos Ming with that backside rebound. Got to always box out the backside, right? Max Bonder, great pass to Gardner. He goes up strong.
Well, and that's an example. We talked about Katie Hoth in the first game, planning for contact, and that looked like Gardner just wasn't quite ready for it.
Yeah, you got to focus on the shot first and make sure that you get a good shot off, because sometimes there is no contact. And right there, he didn't get as much contact as he thought. Threw it about 3 feet off the top of the backboard.
Well, maybe next year that's one where he goes up and tries to dunk it and makes his own contact too.
Gardner gets a rebound. Out to Carson. Good catch. Makes it with the time running out in the first quarter. 15-12 at the end of the first quarter. And we're going to be back after this, after a short break, with your second quarter. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network. We'll be back after this.
I thought he said going to something it out.
Riddell, Smarter Football.
As Boyne City football players, we would like to thank Rydell for their commitment to helping us play smarter football.
Smarter football. To helping us play smarter football.
It's not the head placement that makes a good quality content.
Through your equipment grant and with the coaching we've received as a USA Football Certified program, you have helped us.
You have helped us evolve the game
and our player safety.
All right, where your eyes got to be? Ball carrier.
Thank you, Rydell.
Thank you, Rydell.
Thank you, Rydell.
Thank you, Rydell.
Welcome back to the Wheelhouse. Live action. 15-12, Elk Rapids up by 3 over the Boyne City Ramblers. Boyne City with the ball first here to start the second. Mason Gardner takes it in tough. And again, a little too strong on that layup.
That felt like a planned play to me to let Gardner go to the basket. And Coach Redmond trying to get him going, but he has not had comfortable looks yet.
Reese Kellogg getting bumped down there.
Oh.
Misses his layup. Carlos Ming gets the rebound, gets it back.
Good recovery from Boyne here. Still working to find their players. There we are. And you can see these Elk Rapids players will drive, hoping that Boyne will help and cut them off when they're looking for jump shots.
Semper, no good for 3. Gabos gets the rebound and gets knocked down.
Coach Redmond pointing at a little bit of extra contact here. We'll take a quick look here at the pseudo dunk here from Mr. Gardner, but you can see, I don't know if you back that up. Oh, we don't have time right now, but we're back to live basketball. But yeah, Max saw Gardner cut and the defense turned their head to look up the floor and left him wide open. Like I said, alley-oop next year.
That's right. Don't have to worry about catching and coming down.
And that was a great play. A great pass by Max Vondra to lead Gardner to that. So next year he'll throw it up the rim. And in the meantime, that was
Kane. Nice aggressive move, huh? Cuts it to 1. There's that dribble.
That's going to be a Boyne ball.
Yeah, that was off of Krakow right there.
Well, that's sort of the opposite of the first game. There have been a lot fewer fouls in this one for similar amounts of contact, it seems. There were a lot more whistles in the first game, and they're letting the boys play here. I believe we have the same group of refs here as well.
Yeah, it's the same team. There's that pressure.
Man, Carson's got a great crossover, doesn't he?
He does. It's the human press break.
Well, and they're going to call a little bit of that contact, way up away from the basket. And Elk Rapids has gotten called for the hand check.
That one's on Jack Hawkins. That's his first foul. But we like to see Mason being aggressive and trying to find that seam in there where he can drive and get his layup. Kane McPherson gets called for a carry on that. And we'd like to, we have a little second here. Mike and Diane Heisler are tuning in right now, and they are driving down to Florida, and they're in about Indiana, I think, right now. And, yeah, they're Max's grandparents. And, yeah, just want to say hello and thanks for tuning in. Right now, you're the most obscure spot being viewed. So if anybody can top that, tweet us, Team BCVI. Great pass down in there to Jack Hawkins, who gets a layup right underneath Dylan Williams. And there's a steal. John Boyle's going to get fouled by Mason Gardner. And that full court pressure took its toll there. John Bull is going to go to the line here. 17-14, and man, it's been a pretty energetic start to this game.
It has been. It has been energetic, and it's been good, fun basketball to watch. Lots of athleticism, good coaching.
Yeah, just
mans, zones, presses, dunks, threes. What else do you want?
There's Carson taking off, breaking that press. Got to be careful picking him up right there.
Oh.
Man, good steal. Norgren almost had a good steal there, but he stepped out of bounds. He's an exchange student. Basketball courts might be bigger in his country. We don't know. Boyne City ball on the side. You see that Boyne City offense constantly putting pressure on the defense as they come around those screens, and they just have their inside shoulder already turned, ready to go.
It was sort of a different version of Elk Rapids' offense, the dribble drive and kick, and Boyne's kind of got the weave and kick.
Jack Hawkins did a great job stepping in and taking a charge by Trevor King.
We'll take a look here and watch this defensive play, but you can see the help defense is going to come right here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got his feet set. There's no doubt about it. Yep. That was a good call.
Norgren gets the ball underneath, just over Ager. Kicks it back out. There's Hawkins. Everybody just weaving towards the basket. Nice little lay-in by Hawkins there, man. I tell you, it does look very similar. Both offenses very similar in style. Carson for three. Trevor King gets the rebound. At any point in there, you could have blown the whistle.
I kept waiting for it.
I don't know why he decided right then. I thought Trevor King got bumped, and I mean, I'm fine with letting them play, but
yeah, this is one of those games that might get a little out of hand.
You got to be careful.
Can happen. Things can happen fast.
Well, that was Jack Hawkins' second foul, and so he's going to go to the bench for Elk Rapids, and that's good for the Ramblers because he was on a little tear there for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, you know, and speaking about that, we have some teams in this league that will play as physical as you let them. I'm thinking about St. Francis, Elk Rapids, Grayling.
Grayling, yeah.
Those are great physical teams that we have great rivalries with.
Kane, nice short little jumper.
Well, that was a really nice shot.
Elk trying to push. Mason Gardner swats that pass into the scorer's table. Norgren off the mark. Ager wrestling the ball away, and they're going to call a jump ball on that. They just had to give him another millisecond, and Ager was going to rip that ball away. Quick call there.
Yeah, that was a quick whistle. Not a bad whistle, just a quick one.
Boyles misses the short little shot there, and there's Kane and Norgren on the ground fighting for it. Ager.
Now they got numbers. Boyne, well, not for long.
Gardner again, an off-balance layup.
Yeah, that's just. Boyne's got to change their tactic as far as getting to the rim. You got to go in there and shoot with two hands. You can't finesse this ball in. You're going to have guys coming at you, hacking at you, getting underneath you, and Ramblers just got to go with two hands.
Yeah, go in strong and pick your spot. If it gets blocked, it gets blocked, but you got to pick your spot. There's too much dipsy doing and trying to go around and scoop, and just it's not being accurate. Max Bonder, great job stepping in front of that pass.
Well, that's the 1-4 high that Elk Rapids will run occasionally. Coach Redmond was talking about that before the game. They try and run a little high-low. That was very nice defense by Max Bonder. You could tell that he knew that was coming.
Elk Rapids returns the favor. Carlos Ming can't find anybody. Did a great job as a 5-second call. Max Bondra, great defense by the rest of the Boyne defense. I mean, Max Bondra had him pinned down there, and the rest of the squad is just playing lockdown defense on their guys, and nobody could get the ball. 5-second call. Good job. There's a timeout right there. And we are going to take a break from our WB Builders second quarter, 20-14. Boyne City down by 6. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network. We'll be back after this.
I'm a system administrator, and I'm very happy with the career path that I'm set on. This could be essentially the rest of my career. I enjoyed all the experiences that I had at Baker. So much of it was the Baker staff. I learned so much in such a short amount of time.
Start your career today in computers, business, health, technology, human service, or education on campus or online. Visit baker.edu for more information.
Hi, my name is Jacob Ager, and I play football and basketball here at Boyne City High School. And thank you for watching Rainbow Sports Network here on My News 26.
Welcome back. Live action here at the Wheelhouse. Boyne City ball. Down by 6. Elk Rapids still applying. Little half-court trap pressure here. Great pass to Max Bonder down low, and he gets fouled by John Boyles. And he's going to go to the line and shoot 2. It's a great find to get him down there on that baseline. That is Boyle's first foul. First one rattles halfway down and out. You could hear it on the GoPro stationed up there on the backboard. You can hear the mic. The backboard microphone.
Well, the Ramblers will be shooting 1-1 for the rest of the half as well, which could be important. 5-point game.
Ethan Hewitt back in there, and again providing that energy.
We've got Dominic Archie in there who can play a lot of different spots on the floor.
John Boyles knocks down a 3, 23-15. And he just got a little window to get open. A nice touch pass by Dominic Archie. And there's that layup we were talking about by Max Bonder, just expecting contact. Got to go up strong. Krakow misses a 3, and Vondra gets the rebound and gets fouled right away by Devin Semper. We have a tweet in here from Minnesota Fonz, which is Suzanne March, and she wants to get a definition of dipsy doing.
Dipsy doing. Well, you can stop into the. You can stop into the.
It's kind of what you do to your hair in the morning, Suzanne. It's, I'll start with that.
You can stop in the science lab one of these days and learn about it.
And there's the replay of that great box out by Max Vondra, and he just in position, held his ground, and just got pushed over. Feels a lot more normal when he's on the ground.
Yeah, we should remind our audience that he's a freshman.
Yeah. Big body.
Unless he leaves early for the NBA, he's got a few more years left here.
Yeah, he has obviously been a pleasant surprise. Well, not really a surprise. We knew he was good coming up. I mean, great awareness of the floor. He understands the game. He's a competitor. And physically just a specimen. He's just a load. And
well, Coach Redmond was saying what a great shooter he is before the game. Of course, we told Coach we couldn't say that on the air because Max would hear it, but that's the truth.
Yeah, he's knocked down a few threes this year, and we always tell him that, man, I don't think Coach Redmond wants you shooting those, but he does. He's a good three-point shooter. Good all-around player. Well, he's on the bench now. So anyway, got a timeout by Elk Rapids. A minute 30 to go. 23-15. And why don't we talk a little bit about WB Builders, our second quarter sponsor.
Well, we appreciate the sponsorship of all of our sponsors, including WB Builders, who is a residential construction firm offering a wide range of services, including general contracting, framing, siding, custom cabinetry, as well as spray foam insulation. With a staff of 16 skilled local business craftsmen, WB Builders has the capability to see any project from start to finish, and they will have a special representative here tomorrow evening at halftime for the halftime hot seat.
Yeah, going to have them on the broadcast. And Calc in the truck, can you tell me who that representative is, or is this going to be a mystery person showing up?
That's probably, I'm guessing Bill will send Deb.
Ah, okay. It's either going to be Will Brown or his wife. Okay, either one. Oh, and Ethan Hewitt gets caught up in the air, and Krakow makes him pay, gets the foul. Elk Rapids going to get the ball on the side. They lob it in to Boyles.
Who clears some space with his shoulder and goes up. Again, if they don't call it, it's a great play.
It is.
There's some, everything's been physical tonight.
Great drop off by Eric Carson and Dom Archie. There's what going up strong's all about.
Well, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. We talked about going up hard, straight to the backboard with two hands, and that's the first time we've seen it tonight. And it was from Dom Arch.
He went up strong and went down strong too. Felt him hit the floor from down here.
The big arch, not to be confused with the golden arch.
Oh, great drive by Kane. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Well, you can see it, that play as well. That was one-handed, but he made a decision that he was going up to the rim and not just going to throw it up there. So you'll see contact right there. That was a little low. I mean, you can see it gets kind of hip on hip here, which can be a little disconcerting when you're up in the air, but he fouled through. You could see his concentration right on the rim through the whole play.
Well, Kane misses the free throw, and Elk Rapids comes down out of bounds, and Boyne City's going to get the ball back here with under 30 seconds to go here before halftime, and they've cut into that Elk Rapids lead. 19-25 now, and a bucket here would be huge going into the locker room.
If we see a press break, I don't know. We see Boyne play for the last shot.
Now watch, they're going to jump you here as soon as you get close to half court. Here comes the jump.
Oh, they said three players, and Carson found King over in the corner. 10 seconds.
Got to move now. 8 seconds left to go. Kane holding the ball, crosses over, takes it in, off balance, and he got it! 21-25 as time expires in your first half. Great play by Kane McPherson. And as we go out to break here, we're going to let you take a look at that great buzzer-beaten shot by Kane McPherson.
What happens here is Elk helps. They had another player step in, and McPhee knew the clock was running down and had to put it up anyway. Great, nice left hand off the glass. You can see the help defender kind of getting his way, and Kane can't go to the rim, so he opts to loft the fall-away left-handed hook off the glass.
Great shot and a great, exciting first half. We'll be back with your second half after these commercial messages. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why do I like to live Boyne? Why am I proud to live Boyne? Why I like to live Boyne? I like to live Boyne because not a weekend passes in the summer without something new and exciting happening in our downtown. From Pooch Fest to Mountain Mayhem, Boyne Thunder to Boyne City Triathlon, to the simply amazing Boyne City 4th of July. I never want to be anywhere else. My name is Rainey McCune. I run cross country, play basketball, and softball here at Boyne City High School.
manufacturing in northern Michigan? Is that a typo? Did somebody put the wrong title on the script for this video? Manufacturing in Flint West than I can get, but they must have meant boating in northern Michigan, right? Yeah, boating or skiing or fishing, something like that. They make way more sense, because manufacturing in northern Michigan? What? These are all questions that you probably have found yourself asking. The reality is, manufacturing is quite alive in northern Michigan. Every day, manufacturing is happening in buildings all around us. My job is going to be to take you inside these buildings, so expect some noise. Show you what they look like, what they make, and to show you just how alive and well our manufacturing industry indeed is. I should probably introduce myself. My name is David Rushlow, and I'll be your tour guide for the next 3 minutes. Check that, 2.5. We don't have a lot of time, so let's get going. Did you know that manufacturing continues to be the economic driver in the United States? It's what we do. No better example of this than where I'm standing right now. Places like ACAT and Charlevoix, who fill this very floor with highly trained workers that make extremely technical car parts for race cars, such as the Bonneville Land Speed record cars and the Ford Cobra Jet. Or in places like here in Precision Edge in Boyne City, who design and manufacture the tools that surgeons use for hip and knee replacements. Yeah, that's right, hip and knee surgeries. Yikes. As you can plainly see, these places probably don't match the same old school image of manufacturing. They are very high tech, super clean, and great environments to work in. Nearly 12 million Americans are gainfully employed in very similar surroundings just like this across the country. The demand for these jobs is right here, and it's only going to increase. So how do you get the skills for these high paying positions? The answer to that is a lot closer than you probably realize.
Thanks, David. I can take it from here. You're right on the money, Rushlow. The answer is indeed a lot closer than you may realize. Thanks to key partnerships forged between the Charlevoix-Emmett Intermediate School District and Baker College, you enroll in an early college program. Early college programs can range from anything, from health occupations to welding, to the advanced manufacturing and CNC field, just as you were talking about, David. I should probably introduce myself. My name is Emma Vondra, and I am speaking from experience, as I am currently enrolled in classes through Baker College that could also lead to a 2-year associate's. It's the 21st century, and times are changing, and our education systems have to change with them. By enrolling in an early college program, in addition to my traditional high school core classes like math, English, and science, I take occupational classes specific to my program as a high school upperclassman. I will walk across the stage in my high school graduating class, but I won't get my degree quite yet. Why, you ask? Well, because I will be going down to Baker College for the year after high school, where I will specialize in my field. And after 1 short year, I will walk away not only with my high school diploma, but an associate's degree from Baker College. Who pays for all this? Well, parents, listen close, because this part you will really like. Not you. Yep, you heard right, tuition covered, and I walk with an associate's degree in only 1 year past my high school graduation. And best of all, I have the training, degree, and skills in fields that are desperate for talent in northern Michigan. A job. That is the ultimate goal, right? Thanks, David, for setting the scene and allowing me to inform people about the doors these new early college programs that Charm ISD and Baker College are opening for people like you and I. Wow. Times, they are changing. I'm sure glad our schools are providing options that change with them.
That Boyne City is the best. This is the best. We are the best. We're going to show them that today. We're going to show that we're the best in LMC, not only in sports, but also in fine arts. So let's go out there and let's show them what we do.
1, 2, 3!
Boys up!
Boys up!
Boys up!
Boys up!
People always ask.
People always ask.
What exactly does it mean to be Boyne tough?
What exactly does it mean?
What exactly does it mean to be Boyne tough?
Well, we are here to tell you.
We are here to tell you.
And can you show people how to do this?
This is what it means to be Boyne tough.
This is what it means.
This is what it means to be Boyne tough. To be Boyne tough.
Who ate my porridge?
You think that's going to work in these conditions?
It's about finding new ways to come together.
It's about striving for academic excellence and success in the classroom. Temperature is 35.
It's about taking risks, innovation, and leading the change.
It might be more difficult next year with the 2 types of roof.
It's about access and exposure to the latest technology.
Hey, big scoreboard in 3, 2, take replay 48 on DSK2. Scoreboard. Take replay.
It's about taking school pride and school spirit beyond the ordinary.
As the fans are storming the field once again, and just like 2001, we're going to the state semifinals.
It's about being a part of a culture of winning and sportsmanship.
2 seconds left.
2 seconds left.
It's over.
Boyne wins.
Boyne City is going to semifinals in the Brisbane Arena.
It's about a higher level of creative inspiration and education.
Creative inspiration and education.
But most of all,
it's about learning.
It's about learning the hard work.
It's about learning.
About learning the hard work.
About learning the hard work,
Dedication and perseverance.
to make all of this happen.
That is what it means to be Boyne tough.
that is what it means to be Boyne tough.
That is what it means to be Boyne tough.
That is what it means to be Boyne tough. And I
And I
And I
am
proud to be Boyne tough.
Be Boyne tough. Be proud to be Boyne tough.
And I am proud to be Boyne tough.
and I am proud
proud
to be Boyne tough. I am proud to be Boyne tough.
and I am proud to be Boyne tough.
We are all Boyne tough.
For more information about being Boyne tough, visit us on our website at www.boyne.k12.mi.us or give us a call at 231-439-8191.
Well, welcome back to the Rambler Sports Network. We're just wrapping up halftime now, and we would like to take the time right now to thank our sponsors once again for all that they do.
Well, we've already told you a little bit about Baker College, the early college program, the opportunity to earn, for high school students to earn their degree. In 5 years, they earn an associate's degree along with their high school diploma. You can contact Baker College or your local high school counselor. We'll thank again WB Builders. Do a lot of great work locally, all kinds of construction. You can contact them with your needs. And we can vouch for the quality of their work. Great people, too. We'll see Bill or Deb tomorrow night for the halftime hot seat. We also want to thank our third quarter sponsor tonight, the Jody Fritchie Agency of Farm Bureau. They are opening a new office here in town at Dr. Karkasak's old office on State Street, 337 State Street. You can reach them at upnorthinsurance.com. I also know that Mike and Diane Heisler are listening on the road tonight right there in Ohio, watching in the car, right? So, Mike and Diane, we appreciate your support with
all the way down. That's amazing.
Those changes for us and for Farm Bureau in Boyne City. Thank you. And last but not least, the Pine Lake Lodge, who will be filling our bellies in about an hour with chicken wings, artichoke dip, and all sorts of stuff. Great food, great sports, great atmosphere downtown on Lake Street.
We'd also like to, while we have some time, thank our My News 26 partnership and what they're doing for us.
Well, I would like to welcome all of our My News 26 viewers from all over northern Michigan tuning in to today's game. We're excited to partner with My News 26 to bring you some outstanding high school athletic events from around northern Michigan. Both My News 26 and the Rambler Sports Network know the value of educational athletics and are proud to present this experience to our viewers across the My News 26 viewing area, which goes from Cadillac all up to the bridge and beyond. This Rambler Sports Network, My News 26 broadcast has been brought to you by Wolverine Power Cooperative and Great Lakes Energy. For nearly 80 years, Great Lakes Energy has been serving Michigan residents with reliable electricity. Local and community-minded, Great Lakes Energy is looking out for you. And with that, we offer our sincere gratitude to all of our sponsors for their support to allow us to do this. It's a great experience for the kids working at RSN. It's fun for us. It's great publicity for the school and airtime for our athletes.
And we've never had to deal with sponsors. This is great. I mean, as this RSN has grown, you have to work with sponsors, and they provide a great service for us to be able to do this and keep doing it. So, again, thank you, sponsors. back to live action right out of the gate here. Eric Carson knocks down a three.
Well, that was a play right out of Elk Rapids playbook. That shallow screen to the wing for the Carson three. That's the game that the play that Elk Rapids opened up with at the beginning of 3 3-pointers.
Well, that cut it to 1 for Boyne City, and they pick up a steal down at the other end and could take the lead here. And Kane McPherson goes right by Sempert, and they take the lead.
I was going to say, my only concern with that big 3-pointer and getting the score close is that Boyne will have to come up with some sort of sustainable offense, and certainly that kind of play is sustainable.
Kane can do that very often. There's Krakow driving, and he, again, 3-point shooter, and you did the same thing. He's going to make you honor that shot, and then he's going to put the ball on the deck and go right by you. Bad pass by Eric Carson.
Well, if Gardner could do that over, he'd grab it with 2 hands. I think he easily had it within his reach, but I thought it was going to be a little easier than it was.
Well, 26-27, going back and forth here out of halftime. Sempert drops it off to Boyles. Boyles going to turn, take a three, and that one was almost down. Ager ends up with it to Carson. Carson looking ahead to Hewitt. There's another one that almost sailed off.
Yeah. Well, both the boys and girls Elk Rapids teams will pressure that. If you get a defensive rebound, they will pressure the outlet pass and the guard bringing the ball up the floor all the way across half court, and they've caused some problems in both games with that.
Carlos Mings going to get called for a foul, reaching over Jacob Ager's back, trying to poke that pass away. Carson taking it in strong.
Again, I do not like that play. That should be a block in my book with a guy standing under the basket, whether you make that shot or not.
I agree. That looked very scary going in there. We were right here underneath our basket, and that looked scary.
You slide in under a player that's already in the air. And
well, the problem is, too, you start looking up at the ball, you don't realize where you are.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentionally dirty at all.
Right. Oh, jeez.
You know, but that's an example right there of what happens when a guy is already in the air and can't make an adjustment to somebody that's underneath him.
Well, John Boyles spins Carson around. And that's his second foul.
And again, quick subs for the Ramblers, Trevor King and Big Dillwill.
Now watch this press that Elk Rapids is going to put on. They're going to jump it right here. They man up and then they jump you. That's...
Well, and you saw Trevor King knew that was coming, and he tried to spin out of it and come back to the middle of the floor. But again, that's the whole cat and mouse game. Elk Rapids knows that's what you're going to do too, and they tried to keep him there.
Watch it again here. Gardner's guy is going to come up here and jump it right there. Leaves Gardner open. They're going to rotate. Contact there.
Man, that was I thought foul on the shot and then a foul on Gardner on the rebound, and maybe a foul there.
That's what I'm seeing. Sempert.
This is a tough game to ref, though. I'll give you that. There's another one.
You and I'd be here all night, I think.
Yeah, no, I give credit to the refs for letting them play. I mean, the guys got to adjust to that. That's just part of what you do as a player. It's always got a different feel as far as the refereeing goes, and you know, I think Boyne needs to, if anything, get more aggressive.
Now watch that jump. Diamond jump trap here. There it is right there. They got Hewitt. He got out of it. That's good. Carson going to take it all the way in.
There's a great example. Boyne started this game out playing finesse basketball, and that is not going to work with this crew and this team that they're playing against. That was Carson taking on two physical players like a running back.
Trevor King with the punt. Good hang time on that punt.
It's starting to resemble football quite a bit here. I like it.
Right. Again, still going back and forth, 30-31. These teams evenly matched, run similar style offenses, playing the same energy right now. This is an exciting game right now.
Yeah, it's a tough team. You know, Elk Rapids does such a nice job. There's that sort of high offense once again, but they bank into three. They spread you out, and they've got a lot of speed, great ball handling. That was a 2.
That was a 2, yeah. He was inside there. Trevor King skipping across to Carson. Carson open. That one's off, but goes right into King's hands. Should have alley-oop dunked that, huh?
Why not?
The why not? It's the night of the why nots. Mass substitution here. Archie Hewitt Shulock coming in for Boyne. Justin Raymond coming in for Elk Rapids. And he gets to take the ball out. Got Hewitt on Krakow. Good matchup there. Keep him away from shooting threes. Good backdoor by Logan Thompson. He chases the ball down. Tried to do it behind the back to Kellogg. Thought Kellogg was diving to the basket. Lost his footing, and the ball just goes right out of bounds. Well, that would have been a sweet replay if Kellogg wouldn't have fallen down. But
well, Coach Redmond does such a nice job with the halftime adjustments, and they've adjusted to this press quite well. I mean, you can't adjust to the hack there, but but really they've come out and been more aggressive with it.
Shulock giving Justin Raymond some troubles up top. Hewitt on Krakow. Oh, Krakow spins out of that. Nice move.
And that's once again, those Elk Rapids screens out, you got the ball going to the wing, and another jump ball. So anyway, that screen is a big part of Elk Rapids offense, and they use it very well.
Well, Logan Thompson and Mason Gardner getting tied up on that rebound. Getting a little chippy.
Well, you're going to throw the ball away. Don't throw it to the coach. Draws a little bit too much attention to the turnover.
I don't know if you guys could have a camera on Coach Redmond's face, but when he caught that, it was the confusion. Like, Dom, where are you throwing that?
I think Dom and Coach Redmond had the same look on their face. Whoops.
Well, in Dom's defense, Coach was open. So 32-33. And this is fun. This is just going to see who's going to get the edge here. They're, again, playing very similar. Krakow can't get open for a three-point shot and having a hard time getting to the basket with Ethan Hewitt on him. They're just trying to find a mismatch here. Boyles does a nice job turning on Kane. Misses the shot. Thompson gets the rebound. And look at Thompson down there fighting for everything. And he's going to get...
That's going to be on Boyne, I believe.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who got the foul.
That should be, I believe that's on Hewitt.
Yeah, it was on Hewitt.
Well, there are 3 fouls. Pick one.
I think the rule is they call every third foul. So I've been watching.
Might be the only way we get through this game.
Algebraically, I've been calculating. It's every third foul. Man.
Oh, Max gave up position there down low on the baseline out of bounds. That'll get you in trouble.
And Logan Thompson is playing very well here. He's having a good stretch where he's playing tough. Stood his ground against Eric Carson. Eric Carson just goes right up over him.
That was a good defensive play. I like that. He was a little farther out, set his feet.
Justin Raymond knocked down a long 2.
Boyne doing a nice job breaking the press with a combo of the dribble and pass.
Good move, good spin, just couldn't get it to fall. There goes Krakow. Finally got an edge off a screen past Hewitt, and he gets fouled by the help side.
That'll be Hewitt again, probably his 3rd.
And he needs a break. You can tell he's telling Coach he needs a break. 3rd foul on him.
Yeah, you don't do that unless you're real tired.
Chuck Day's looking for a replacement. He's going to get Trevor King in for him.
Chuck Day giving Coach Redmond a little break there. Coach Redmond gets to sit down and catch his breath.
Well, this is the biggest stretch we've had here in the second half, right? 4-point lead.
Yeah.
Could be
we might have had one
5-point lead.
Yeah, 5-point lead.
John Boyle's going to come in for Krakow. Give him a break.
Well, Boyne, I'm looking at the Boyne bench here. You got Gardner and Ager sitting over there, so this is a not unusual lineup, but you got Archie. You got the freshman Max Vandra, Trevor King, although he's coming out in exchange for Gardner. The press break team in there right now. Elk Rapids does a nice job with this press. They put a lot of pressure on your head, and they have not given up a lot of layups. So if you can get that kind of pressure and still not be too risky as far as your defense goes, why not?
Wow. Nice spin move. Kane McPherson. That's tough to defend.
That's difficult. That spin move, if you can execute it, man, that's awfully difficult on the defender.
I tried it once.
And how's your ankle?
A couple of knee surgeries later, I'm never going to do it again.
Well, one thing that Kane does really well is we get a Boyne foul, and Elk Rapids will shoot 2 there. But Kane does this really well when he spins like that. We'll take a quick look at this, but stop it right there if you can. Yep, right there. That's good. He's got the defender on his left, and if you watch his right foot come around, he puts himself on the other side of the defender real fast. Look at that. And then he's got all this space, and it goes right up to the rim. That is just a beautiful, beautiful play.
Nicely done. And Norgren misses. And loose ball. Going to go to Elk Rapids. So 36-40, and again, this is the biggest lead. 5, I think, was the biggest lead we had. Oh, Sempert knocks down a 3. 30 seconds to go
that's
here.
That's a lot of physical play when guys try and dribble the ball. That was a nice shot by Sempert down there. Looked like a set play, but he rose up and shot that with pressure in his face.
And Kane goes right by his defender, and then the help side's coming late, and he's just going up and doing great contact with the body. If we can get a look at that replay.
Yeah, Coach Redmond's got this floor opened up. I mean, if you stop it right there, he's got defenders are way down, block out here, corner, and all Kane's got to do is get by this guy, which is extremely easy at this point. I mean, with this kind of speed and handles. So you run that well dry every time down the floor until something changes.
38-43 now, and Kane seems to be the man of the hour right now in this quarter. 19 seconds to go in the third. And Boyne doing a little bit of pressuring themselves. Try to get a turnover here. Down to 5 seconds. There's Sempert going to the baseline. Go up against Gardner. Nothing there. Hawkins gets the rebound, but they're going to call a foul as the buzzer goes. And I think they're going to get Dylan Williams on the foul. And Jack Hawkins is going to shoot 2.
Well, and that was a foul. There's no doubt about it. However, terrible box out. I mean, Boyne had an opportunity to simply box those guys out and eliminate that issue, but you know, it's tough. You play against a team like Elk Rapids that has the speed that they do.
Made them both 38-45. That's tough to do. Jack Hawkins made both free throws. with nobody there. So that's tough to do. Well, the end of your third is upon us. It's 38-45. Boyne's got themselves a little bit of hole they got to dig out of in that fourth quarter. We're going to take a short break. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network. We'll be back with your fourth quarter after this.
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why do I like to live Boyne?
Why am I proud to live Boyne? I love to live Boyne because of the community support for youth involvement. The summer workouts in the park that are run by the Rehab Center, as well as the Boyne 4-H Swim School, are and always will be great memories of my childhood. I'm Emma Vondra, a basketball, volleyball, and softball student athlete here at Boyne City High School.
All right, welcome back to the Rambler Sports Network. We are back at live action here for the fourth quarter, 38-45. And Gardner's going to take a nice jumper from just inside the three-point line. Beautiful shot there.
We talked about running that play for McPherson, that clear out, and that was Gardner in the same spot, but Dillwell in the post, so Gardner just shot over everybody.
There's Krakow. He knocks one down very similar to Gardner's, keeping that 7-point lead, 40-47. Long pass to Carson.
That's a nice look.
And he gets a lot of contact, no call. And here comes Elk Rapids.
Wow.
Sempert looks at it. Krakow trying to take Carson, nothing doing. There's Sempert for Vondra with the rebound after Gardner with the tip. Oh, great crossover by Carson. And Boyle is going to foul him. And again, I think if you were counting, that is the third piece of contact, which is going to get the foul call. Because there has been some banging going on here, and then this one gets called. So, again, you don't want to be here all night. It's a tough job that these officials have. If they called everything, we would be here till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no, and these guys can handle it. These guys can learn to play like that. It's it's a matter of getting used to, as a player, what to expect to get called and what not. And how big the rim is. That was a little long there.
Hewitt, that would have been a nice three for him, but Sempert bodies his way inside.
Yeah, he does.
For a
He put his shoulder down and goes right to the hole and clears himself space, and I love that play.
It's a great play. I've seen you do that many times.
that's my play.
Carson missed it. There with the putback. That doesn't go. Hawkins touched it, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Boyne City ball under their own basket. You're going to watch Gardner peel to that. Carson taking a baseline. Loses the handle. Scrum on the floor, and Coach Redmond calls a quick timeout to deal with that little mishap so it didn't become a turnover, because it was probably going to go into a jump ball situation real quick. Well, you got a good look at the huddle right there, and I know that Coach Redmond is trying to get them ready for these last 6 minutes. And let's take a look at one of the three-pointers by Eric Carson.
Well, he was back there a ways, but it simplifies the shot a little bit when you know you're going to shoot it, and he knew that was going up.
And if you're that far back, there's a little better cushion there. The defender's not as close if you're that far back.
Yeah.
Not expecting you to shoot from out there.
Well, Boyne's continue to plug away on offense. They're going to need a few stops here defensively just to get back in the game. But Elk Rapids has continued to pound the rim.
Good screen there by Dylan Williams, and that forces Hawkins into an odd position, and he's going to hook Kane's knee, and he's going to get called for foul.
Yeah, everybody gets a little confused when you go the opposite way of the screen, but that was really a great decision. He had clear sailing if he got around the defender there.
That's Hawkins' third foul. He's going to go to the bench. And Reese Kellogg is going to check in for Elk Rapids as Kane goes to the line to shoot. Misses the first, and they're going to call Gardner.
Gardner over the back.
All right, now let's watch some of this pressure that Boyne City's going to put on here as they cross half court. Kane is going to force Boyles to go left. There's Krakow to Norgren. A little tough pass, but Raymond kept up with it, gets it to Boyle. Good ball movement. Looking for somebody to screw up on Boyne City's team. Oh, there's a step back by Krakow. Carson with the rebound. Gets it up to Hewitt. Nobody there. Or Jill Will was there, but he was covered. Oh, good. Nice look. Dylan Williams thought about it too much. Just got to catch and go.
Dillwell knocked the kid over that just fouled him and then helps him back up. What a great kid.
Man, Raymond caught that one right in the face. It'll be Boyne City ball. (40-49). Yeah, on that last play there, Dylan Williams just pushed his player down, but it was an accident. Helped him out. Really, really good sportsmanship. And speaking of sportsmanship,
I had something I wanted to tell you about that. The MHSAA, as always, supports good sportsmanship. A great game in sports is when your team puts it all together, but it's not just how you execute it as an athlete, it's how you execute it as a person. And Dillwell just did that down at the other end there, helping up his competition.
Well, there's Sempert going in strong, and they're going to call an offensive foul on that. Mason Gardner takes that charge.
Well, there's a lot going on here with this play. This is a charge. It was a great defensive play by Gardner, but you'll see the help side defense come from Dillwell later on. So look at that. This screen right here. Pause it. Yeah, right there. McPhee gets screened. His players go into the hole. Look at Gardner already moving into position, and then watch Dillwell right here in the background is going to go up and protect the basket for his team. Yeah, really, really excellent position and salesmanship by Mr. Gardner. Love it. You could be a car salesman if nothing else works out for
man.
him.
Wow, it's getting chippy here. Carson just got crunched in between two Elks and no call. But Kane came up with the ball, and then he gets slammed down at the bottom. So watch him get smushed here. Goodness.
and the defender's moving. That's the difference. Yeah, that's got to be a foul that far away from the basket if you're banging into ball handlers like that. And Coach Redman, I got to give him a lot of credit because he's as animated as you ever see him as far as talking to the refs, but he gets right back to his team, calling out the next play.
Good screen by Ager. He rolls with it and gets the nice lay-in.
Well, and he's been on the bench for a long time this game. I don't know because of the speed or what, but he's making a contribution.
That was a great screen and roll, and it comes from that great screen. And, man, Ager, he's a guy that can screen well, and if you screen well, that makes that roll a lot more open. And, man, he caught that.
He can screen well without even trying.
He does, yes. Well, that's an exciting stretch right there, 45-49. We are going to take a short break. We will be right back with the rest of the fourth quarter after this.
I'm a system administrator, and I'm very happy with the career path that I'm set on. This could be
didn't know what the heck you're
essentially
talking
the
about
rest
there.
of my career. I enjoyed all the experiences that I had at Baker. So much of it was the Baker staff. I learned so much in such a short amount of time.
Start your career today in computers, business, health, technology, human service, or education on campus or online. Visit baker.edu for more information.
Hi, my name is Jacob Ager, and I play football and basketball here at Boyne City High School. And thank you for watching Rainbow Sports Network here on My News.
Colorful. We are back live with 4 minutes to go in your fourth quarter, 45-49. And it's been an exciting little stretch there. Boyne City going on a little run. It's been getting pretty physical. And I'm sure the last 4 minutes are going to be nothing but the same.
Well, this game had a little lull in the third quarter, but, man, it's picked right back up here.
Oh, man, look at this. It's everywhere right now.
Oh.
And they're going to call that, I'm sure, on Carson.
That's a foul on Carson, but this kind of game, the guy's on the floor, you let it go. At least if I'm holding the whistle.
Well, Carson caught that long pass on that break, and Kane was next to him, and I think he didn't know if it was to him or not, and he kind of hesitated in the air, and it threw off his rhythm, and he lost it, and it was all over the place. It's going to get crazy here in the next 3:38. Good pass, good knock away by Gardner. It's going to be Elk Rapids ball. And that wingspan of Gardner just gets in front of that pass. That cutter going into the paint. Oh, man, they left Boyles wide open down there.
Well, Carson can hold his own, partly because he can jump down there in the post.
Sempert, fadeaway three. Here's Boyles. These guys, Boyles and Sempert, big bodies, like to use it on the drive. There's Carlos Ming, and he gets fouled. Wasn't expecting that move out of him, and I don't think anybody else was either. He went hard to the basket and got knocked down.
Well, foul shooting is going to play a role here the last 3 minutes. Both teams shooting the bonus.
Fouls on Jacob Ager. That is his first, and you know he's been on the bench for a while because he's only got one foul. So he's usually up to about 3 or 4 by now.
It's about as good as a timer right there. 1 minute, probably, or one foul. No, we got to give him a lot of credit for how far he's come this year. And we talked before the game about how, you know, we sort of envisioned him as a role player, but really he's affected so many games in the positive for Boyne. It's been a great find. I don't know if you call him a find, but
he's just as a basketball player. I mean, he's a football player first, but man, he's really come on strong. And what a fantastic kid too. Just a great kid, great in the classroom. There he is right there flashing. Gets it down to Gardner, a little high low. Nice pass.
That all happened because Elk Rapids doubled the wing there, and Boyne just kept handing the ball off closer to the basket.
Well, it's down to a 3-point lead for Elk Rapids. Well, there's going to be a 30-second timeout here, and we got a tweet from
I just want to know.
McDowell. Gritty, not pretty. Finish strong, Boyne.
Just wonder if she's talking about you and me here.
Yeah, I think so. That's
gritty, not pretty.
That's totally me right there.
We didn't shave this morning. Maybe.
I am gritty, not pretty. And I know that
that's the first
Mrs.
time.
McDowell does not have a tweet. Well, let's take a look at that pass.
If we could back that up after this basket, we'll look at that pass. Yeah, right there. You see the double team coming, and you know when a double team comes, you get rid of the ball where the double team came from. There's Jaeger, and Gardner's coming right to the basket ahead of his defender. So, you know, getting out of that double team before it happened, or as it's happening, is so much easier than once the double team is established. That was well played by Boyne.
Well, gritty, not pretty, but I think your television skills are very pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. Gritty and pretty, then. Let's see if we get her to admit to that.
Now another bucket there by Elk Rapids. 47-52 and 2:30 left. And here we are in crunch time. Oh, there's Ethan Hill with a wide open three.
Gotta go.
And that's just a little long, but there's Ager. And he puts it up and gets the bucket. 49-52.
And this is fun to watch here. McPhee playing defense. Oh, wow.
Sempert goes all the way and just has McPherson on his hip the whole time and just had a hard time getting that shot off. Here is E-Train going up.
And Hewitt was looking at Gardner the whole way down the floor and couldn't get it to him, and he finally decided, fine, I'm taking it.
Oh, man, timeout by Elk Rapids again to stop a disaster from happening. 51-52, a bucket by Ager, a drive by Hewitt, and we're down to 1 point with 1:49 to go. Man, Pine Lake Lodge is going to have to wait just a little bit.
Well, they're going to have some hungry folks.
Well, and we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to let you go out to this replay right here of the Hewitt drive and bank.
I'm a system administrator, and I'm very happy with the career path that I'm set on. This could be essentially the rest of my career. I enjoyed all the experiences that I had at Baker. So much of it was the Baker staff. I learned so much in such a short amount of time.
Start your career today in computers, business, health, technology, human service, or education on campus or online. Visit baker.edu for more information.
Hi, my name is Jacob Ager, and I play football and basketball here at Boyne City High School. And thank you for watching Rainbow Sports Network here on My News 26.
Well, welcome back to live action. Minute 42 to go here. Boyne City down by 1. Elk Rapids with the ball. Good dish.
Well,
and
Boyne
back
is
up to 3.
Excuse me, Boyne's finally figured out, hey, you can play defense any way you want in this game, and they are very physical. I'd give credit to Elk Rapids for getting that bucket in.
Yeah, normally you don't teach that. Get on a hip, run by him stuff, but they're not calling it. Oh, nice little move, and he's going to get fouled. Gardner's going to go to the line. Carlos Ming thought he went straight up, but there's a lot of body in there. A lot of body.
What that tells you, we watched Gardner at the beginning of this game. 4 out of his first 5 shots really looked uncomfortable. But with the game on the line, 1:20, 1:15 left, down by 3, they go to Gardner in the post and trust him to make a good decision. Coach Redmond does.
Well, Gardner at the line, 51-54. Makes the first one. Getting to that point now where it's always that time, but you got to make your free throws down the stretch here. We always say that, and wouldn't matter if you just make your free throws all the time, but making those clutch free throws a little bit more important because there's more riding on them. Clock is stopped, and you can score points. And Gardner answers the call by making both of his free throws. Puts Boyne City down only by 1. Tough pass right there, and they come up with the steal. And now they're going to take some time here and get a good shot.
Well, Boyne threw that pressure on. They double-teamed the one guard that was back. You got the turnover.
Kick out to Gardner. They just keep attacking here. Ager fighting for it, but it was off of Jack Hawkins. And it's going to be Boyne City ball. I mean, Ager had it, and it just slipped right through Hawkins' hands as he was trying to take it away from Ager. Man. This is all happening right in front of us. They can hopefully stay down here.
We're going to get this 1-4 with Gardner going one-on-one.
Gardner takes a quick shot, misses it, and now Boyne City's got to play some tough defense here with 46 seconds left to go, down by 1. And here's the double team. Got to be careful here.
I don't know if you foul yet. I mean,
I don't think so. Somebody's going to shoot here. Oh, and Hawkins gets it blocked
right
by
there.
Gardner.
Oh,
and they're going to call foul, I believe,
on that play
Ager.
Of all the plays we've seen tonight. Wow.
I think that's on Ager. Yep, that's on Ager. Gardner had a clean block. Gardner had a clean block.
I mean, you could see, listen, Ager fouled the kid. I'll give you that. Okay, you can see him kind of turn sideways and to hip him right here. I'll get the color out of the way there so you can see. But, man, that's nothing compared to what we've seen tonight. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a forearm there in him, but...
And And you can't see in that replay, but the official came in and was clearly showing that it was a push. It was not a block on the arm, which is what everybody's watching. They're all watching the ball. They all watch Gardner swat it, and they're thinking it's a clean block.
But my concern is, in a game of this style, you got 30 seconds left, 1 point game, and you're going to call something that hasn't been called virtually at all tonight.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a foul. We're watching it slow motion. So
you got to be consistent.
But there's been 20 fouls.
Yeah. If anything, at the end of the game, you let that stuff play out. But again, I've refereed before, and I know how awful that job is and how difficult it is. It's very tough.
Well, this has been a fantastic game, and it's just getting better here. And we got about 34 seconds left, and just want to remind you about the MHSAA rules.
Well, this broadcast of today's game is copyrighted presentation of the Michigan High School Athletic Association, Rambler Sports Network, and the Boyne City High School. No reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution of the descriptions or accounts of this game may take place without the express written consent of the MHSAA and Boyne City High School. Unless you want to call us gritty and pretty, you're welcome to use that phrase again.
I would like to give you guys permission, but I just don't feel like writing it. So it has to be expressed written permission. So count me out. And Hawkins misses the first, and the crowd here, if you could probably hear them, the student section is going crazy, obviously feeling like they got hosed on that last call, so they're going to try to make it real tough for Jack Hawkins to make
you got to get the rebound on a miss.
And he makes the second one, puts him up by 2 with 33 seconds to go here. Carson, dumps it down to Ager. Ager knocks it down. Right place at the right time. Ager has come to life down here. Tied up with 17 seconds left. You got to play sound defense right here. You got to.
Well, where is Elk Rapids going with the ball?
Going right down to Sempert. He missed it, and then he puts it back up. Gardner gets the rebound.
Oh, he got a shot. Got to shoot it.
He's got 1 second. He doesn't see it. Doesn't see it. Lets the time expire, and we're going to overtime. 55 to 55. Wow, what an ending. It feels like district basketball, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Gosh.
It sure does.
March Madness a little early right now. Well, we are going to take a quick break to catch our breath and get ready for the overtime. If it's anything like the last quarter, this might go on all night. Well, we'll be back after a short break. You're watching the Rambler Sports Network.
Join the race to fight brain disease at the Boyne City Triathlon the Sunday morning before Labor Day. Athletes can compete in a sprint distance duathlon or sprint and Olympic distance triathlons. Come race at an amazing venue, receive great swag, large cash prizes, and help raise funds for neurological research at the Mayo Clinic. For more information and registration, visit BoyneCityTriathlon.com. Sponsored by Boyne USA, Dr. Tanny Schwartz Dental Clinics, and Live Boyne.
All right, welcome back to the Rambler Sports Network. Coming to you live for overtime here in the Wheelhouse. Let's do this again, huh? 4 minutes to decide a winner. And that tip, we're going to have to do it again.
There's an echo in the gym, and there's an echo on the jump ball there. We're going to try that one again, too. Coming back at you.
Hawkins and Ager. Oh, man, we're picking up right where we left off. The scrum for the jump ball.
Yeah, actually would have really liked to win that ball. I mean, Boyne's got momentum. But it's a short overtime period. Every bucket counts.
Yeah, it's only 4 minutes, and if you remember the last 4 minutes of the fourth here, that was very intense.
Elk Rapids going to run a set play.
Running Krakow off that screen.
Kind of a Michigan State scissors.
Yeah. Sempert, Thompson down there. being very, very patient. Taking the air out of the ball here. They got a dead ball. They got look at this. They got just everybody tied up here in the corner. What is going on? That's a 5-second call. That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That's a huge play right in front of their coach. I thought that was going to be a timeout whistle, but maybe they don't have any, or maybe thought they were getting out of it. But
you get them for the overtime.
That's a big turnover. What?
No call. Wow.
Well, Gardner, one of the best athletes on the floor, apparently just fell over.
And
so,
wow, take a look.
Yeah,
he didn't.
You can see right here. Yeah, he's got his toe right in front there, and that.
Man, it is getting a little hostile here in the wheelhouse. Man, and then
another
loose ball,
interesting
but then
call.
Call a foul right away. And these officials, I'm telling you, it's been a tough job for them here tonight, and it's just been amped up with obviously being in overtime and the comeback here by Boyne to tie it up to go to overtime, and people are going crazy here. It's March Madness.
Well, this may tighten up here as far as the refs go in this overtime, but I got to tell you, we comment about these calls and stuff because we're trying to explain what we see and what the refs have seen, but by no means, do we intend to be critical of the job these guys do on a nightly basis. It's difficult to come in here and ref teams you don't know, and ref a girls game and then a boys game, changes speed, and it's a tough job. Tough job.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it, so I'm not going to criticize.
Well, and to their credit, the consistency side to side has been very even tonight.
Kane knocks them both down, 57-55. Look at this action. There you go. You got a dead ball here. Tip pass away by Kane. He's getting the hang of it, and on the floor is Krakow. They're going to call him out of bounds.
McPhee threw that ball over his head, I think, just to get it out of the.
Well, he was going to lose it, wasn't he? He was going to lose it out of bounds. He just kind of threw it.
Elk Rapids comes up with the ball and happens to go out of bounds.
Wow, it's getting crazy.
Oh, there's the home run ball.
Oh, he's going to have to save it. Oh, he just stepped out.
Just 2.5 inches, maybe 2 3/4.
Yep. That was a great looking pass. I didn't know if he was going to get to it. He got to it and just could not keep his 1 foot in bounds right down here in front of us.
Well, Redmond's not happy with that. But you take a shot at the home run ball to take a 4-point lead. Instead, you're playing defense to keep it from being tied.
Semper diving down into the paint. They didn't see him, didn't get him the ball. Back out to Krakow. There's Semper out on Kane taking a 3. That one's no good. And Gardner's going to tip it out of bounds. It's going to be Elk Rapids' ball.
Well,
and they are flying after everything.
Elk Rapids' offense has been extremely patient tonight. That, to me, felt a little bit ambitious. A long 3 on the second thought.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but that's a why not play. Oh, nice pass into Logan Thompson, the quick pass, but Mason Gardner says not in here and knocks it out into almost the lobby.
Well, we'll see this again, and to be honest, Gardner gets beat here.
He's helping out.
Right there, it's a great, and this is, can we back that up to the screen? Oh, we got live basketball. Maybe we can see that later, but
Krakow with the miss.
Gardner set that, Gardner, the player that Gardner's guarding, set that screen and then turned and cut to the basket and was wide open. So maybe we take a look at that right now. Yep. So right here, Elk Rapids sets his screen on Hewitt to get number 22 open. You can see Gardner's helping out, but now Gardner's got to turn and go back this way, and his player goes quickly. Fortunately, because Ager stepped in and slowed him down, Gardner was able to catch up.
Well, as we were watching that replay, Ethan Hewitt got fouled on a Krakow miss rebound, and he is at the line shooting 2. He missed the first one badly. He's probably glad that we didn't have this. We were watching the replay because he bricked it pretty hard. And little bit of the same, but Ager comes up with it. Johnson, just everything up there. Scrum, get on the floor.
What a mess.
Ager
I love it. And
Ager
big old Jaeger comes out of there
and
with
Kane
it.
is just going to hold the ball and say, we got this. Oh, but he gets it picked off. Sempert all the way down, and he drops the layup.
What a fantastic finish.
Wow.
Boyne's going to run here, though.
Similar to the game in Elk Rapids. Got to be smart with the ball.
Woo!
Carson right up strong.
That is a game changer right there. Elk Rapids was planning on a turnover, and Carson goes way up, snags that ball, and goes all the way to the rim with it.
Yeah, Sempert and McPherson have history from the last time they met. Similar play where Sempert picked Kane's pocket to basically win the game there and put it away in the waning seconds. Under a minute now. Boyne City up by 2. Almost had a steal there by Hewitt.
Those balls are a free-for-all.
It is nuts in here, man.
This is like the Tom Izzo rebounding war drill. Put the football pads on and go get it.
Man, I would be putting it in Sempert's hands right now. Boyle's nice turnaround.
Oh, that's...
But he gets his own rebound. Gets it blocked by Ager.
Credit to Carson and Ager on the defense there. You know, Carson's stature is not all that big, but, man, he held his ground.
Well, on that rebound, Ager gets fouled right away as he's coming out of it by...
Yeah, it's a great box out here by Mason. Carson's not able to get it. Ager contests the shot. It goes off the side of the backboard, but
he blocks it.
Ager comes up with it. And the thing about Ager is when he goes to get the ball with his 2 clamps, he's coming down with it. Now,
well,
here's the next question. Jaeger on the line.
Boyle's fouled out there on that foul. And now Ager's got to shoot. And he's shooting like Hewitt just did. I mean, it's a tough time to shoot. And these guys, I mean, they're laughing and saying, you bricked it as bad as I did, he's saying.
Well, we need one of these here to be nice. Look at that
roll. He got that one to roll. Huge. That's huge right there.
And that's going to be a Boyne timeout, full timeout.
Full timeout, up by 3. 24 seconds. And let's take a look. This action's been crazy. Now that we can slow down just for a second and take a look at some replays and have Fritchie do some telestrating for me.
Well, this, I guess I'm not sure what play we're seeing. Oh, this is after the, can we back that up just a little bit before you started there? I'm sorry, that's not the one. I thought that was where he snagged that pass, but this is Carson. Because we're going to see Carson get in the lane here and make a pass here. Oh, yeah, this was a few minutes ago. Man, the Elk Rapids helps, but nobody sags in from the outside. This guy right here needs to be down here helping on Ager, and Ager is wide open. We got to love this right here. Look at J-Rob. That's a near dance move from the big man. Oh, yeah, this is the play here where Gardner's guy gets to the ball and gets that block. That was a foul. Or that was not a foul, but nice defensive recovery.
All right, it is Boyne City up by 3. 24 seconds left to go. Elk Rapids getting the ball. Why not?
Why not? 24 seconds.
I hope your computer doesn't go down right now.
Especially if you're driving through Ohio.
Yeah. Sempert matched up with McPherson. This is the matchup right here. This is where I think the game is going to be decided. There's Sempert going strong, goes right up, and he gets the bucket. Cuts it to 1. Timeout in Elk Rapids. There's 5.2 seconds left to go. And now you got to start thinking about getting your free throw shooters in.
Boyne executed something. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Boyne executed something really difficult here. They slowed Elk Rapids down without fouling. In this shot, you can watch McP right here. He is pressuring, but he is not going to foul that shooter. I was surprised. I thought probably Elk Rapids would get a 3, but they were going to the hole looking for a foul, which in this game, I guess I'm not sure about that philosophy. But again, if you got a great player going to the hole who's very physical, so very well might have worked out.
Well,
so now, go ahead.
You got 5 seconds, and you got to look at who you're getting the ball into, because they're either going to try for that quick steal, deny the passing, and then they're going to look for a foul right away. And look at, you got Ager, you got Hewitt, who just bricked their last free throws, or bricked some of their last free throws. So you got to be careful and make sure you get it into Carson, Kane.
And from the other perspective, if I'm Coach Redmond, well, this may not be what he's going to do, but I would probably tell my guys, I don't really want to inbound the ball down by the far baseline. I'd rather get it up at the elbow, half court, somewhere where there's a little space if you can make a safe pass. So obviously Elk Rapids is going to come up here and pressure everything.
I bet you Ager's going to go long. You want to get him out of there. He doesn't want the ball. So there he goes long. Get the ball into Kane. Yep, there you go. We get the guy that we want on the line. So Kane McPherson going to go to the line here and try to ice this game and make it at least a 3-point lead. Hopefully he makes both of them.
Yeah, I was thinking about the possibility of an intentional miss after a make, but there's just too much time. You can't. It's not really an option. And looks like Elk Rapids coach has got his clipboard out, and he's playing in a timeout here on the makes. Or a make.
60-59. Now he's got to make this. He's telling him. He's telling him
no timeout.
Oh, and a miss.
Oh, it's going to be Boyne ball.
Wow, that's huge. Huge mistake for Semper. And man, I feel bad for this kid. He has played his heart out tonight. All he had to do was grab that ball, and it went off of him. And
Coach Redmond's going to call timeout here.
Man, I feel terrible. He missed that ball. Take a look at this replay here of the rebound. Missed it off the front. Here's Semper. You see him sneaking right down the middle.
Look at all the Elks right there.
Oh, that poor kid. I mean, he played his heart out tonight.
Yeah. Well, the coach, if you can see the coach, man, he's over here, but he had his clipboard out, but he was telling the ref emphatically, no, I don't want a timeout. So I don't.
I think he was. Don't you think he was? I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. He might have wanted a timeout.
He was saying, he's making gestures with his hand. Once they secure the ball, I want a timeout.
Yeah, he may not have on the make. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, on the make, I don't think he wanted the timeout. But if they secure the ball, he wanted the timeout. So he was telling the ref, be ready for them to secure the ball and call that quick timeout. And that's what Semper was trying to do. He was trying to pull his hands in and get ready to call that timeout, pull it into his body and quick call his timeout. And he just lost the ball. He was already trying to go to this, get his hands together.
We said that already. Now you got to possess that ball first.
Oh, I feel bad for the kid, but Boyne City now up by 1, 3 seconds. They just got to get the ball in play here, hopefully.
And fortunately, we're on this end of the floor.
Yep, and he's just going to run it out, and that's going to be it. They got a foul call. And he's going to want more time on the clock. Coach is already calling for more time on the clock. Coach Graham is...
I don't know about that. McBee had about 3 dribbles in. We were at, what, 2.9?
3 seconds, and he called it. Yeah, I would. It's probably about a 1 second. He might get 1 second, but that'd be a gift if he got 1 second.
I mean, we can look at this, but I think McPhee took at least 2 dribbles. Right. I just wondered if could see how long he had that ball, but in any case, it doesn't look like they're going to change anything.
Yeah. Yeah, the other official already came over and told him it's good. At 0.5, that's where it is. So it really doesn't matter. Kane misses it on purpose, and there's your final 59-61. And, man, what a great game tonight.
Well, the refs are going to talk here for a minute whether the timeout happened before the half second went off the clock. So the question is, you know that there's going to be a timeout as soon as there's possession. So how long does it take to get possession? And that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, Coach Graham is over there. He's drawing up a play.
We're gonna play some
See what
more.
he says here. Redmond's pleading his case. They're going to put Looks like they're going to put time back on there.
Just to jump ahead real quick, this is an overtime game, and Boyne plays Petoskey here tomorrow night in the Wheelhouse. And this game is more important to the team as far as moving up in the league than the Petoskey game is. But that Petoskey game every year is something that I think the community looks forward to.
Well, yeah, it's local. It's a great game, and it's to see how good we are. You go up against a strong Petoskey team every year. So it's going to be another crazy atmosphere tomorrow night. And this one's going later.
Yeah.
They gave him 0.2 seconds on the clock.
That's about enough time for a tip. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you can catch and shoot, can you?
I think in the college or the NBA they have a rule that states that half a second or less is too little for a catch and shoot. It has to be a tip, but I don't know if that works in high school. My guess is even if the Elks get a basket out of this, that it won't count.
Yeah,
unless they got an 8-footer on the bench I haven't seen yet.
Well, it's going to have to be the Christian Leitner heave it. He just catches and shoots it right away. But 0.2 seconds. I don't know. Yeah, for all of you that don't know who Christian Leitner is, he played for Duke. Just look it up. You guys probably weren't born yet. Here it is. There's the heave. Grant Hill. There's Christian Leitner. Holy cow. There's the tip. Oh, man.
That was a great play.
That was a great play. Yeah, Hawkins. Wow. Well, that was exciting. Glad you guys tuned in.
This is a very well executed attempt. I don't know that I've seen that before, but we could back that up. But let's look at that one more time. This pass was up in the rafters, Andy.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you guys, Grant Hill to Christian Leitner.
So you'll see this pass probably coming down here, and basically this guy tips it underhanded up over his head, and really that is a fantastic attempt. Obviously not online, but
that was very good. Well, we're going to wrap up quick because we got to come back do this again tomorrow night. 59-61 in overtime action. Boyne City beats Elk Rapids in Lake Michigan Conference action tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We will be tuning in tomorrow where Boyne City will take on Petoskey in the Wheelhouse. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night.